Okay, so today the new lesson, student, how we going to solve the rational equation? Now there are many ways of solving it, of course, right? But let's look at the easy way how we can manipulate the number without a lot of work. Okay, so first of all, we have to know that equation have left side, right side, and balance side, right? So focus on the balance side. So that on the left is the left side, on the right is the right side. Now, the way we solve equation, we always separate variable on one side, pick other number to the other side. If we don't separate them, how can we solve them, right? Our purpose is to solve for one x. So it means on the x have to go together, and on the number have to be on the other side. We separate them first, right? So I'm going to keep the x on the left side. So I copy 1 over x down, right? This have an x in here. This fraction have an x. So I'm going to move this fraction over to the back. Now, remember, students, if you have a negative on the top, or you have a negative at the bottom, or you write in the middle, all of three things is just the same. One fraction only have one side, regardless you put on top or you put at the bottom, right? So this consider the negative fraction. You see negative fraction. Doesn't matter you put on top or at the bottom. Therefore, what side you see in here, student? What side? Negative. Is that negative or positive? That's positive. Positive. So if we move, what do we do? Negative. That's right. We have to change positive become negative. And we just copy the fraction exactly the way it is. Nothing changed. So by doing this, we say we separate x on one side, we put a number on the other side, right? Now, on the other side, we don't have any number. What about number 2? Yeah, can we move the number 2 to the right? Which one, right? Right, so -2. Positive, remember that, right? Positive, when you move, become -2. Always with the sign of the number or letter when you move. If you don't move them, if you just copy it down, then nothing change. This guy on the left, stay on the left, nothing change. This guy, because you move him, that's why you have to split the side. Okay? This guy, you move him, see the arrow? That's why you have to split the side. If any number or letter you don't move, then don't change it. Don't switch the side. You only switch the side if you move them away from their origin. Make sense? So first you will isolate, separate the x on one side, separate the number on the other side. If you have more number, just keep moving, right? But in here you only have one number. Okay? So that's the first step we should do. The second step, I think that it doesn't say it here, but I think we should always restrict it because this fraction will not be valid as long as the denominator is 0. Do we times it by 3? Hold on, let's restrict it first before we do that. So we make sure it has to be valid before we do anything on it, operation on it. So we say restrict for the first fraction, we just say x cannot be 0. And for the second one, exactly the same. You have 3x cannot be 0. Divide both sides by 3. X cannot be 0. 0 divided by 3 is just 0. Right? Yep. So that's how you restrict it. Okay? So now after we make sure these fractions are valid, as long as their denominator are not 0, then they are okay. Now we can solve. So now the way we solve, the easy way, I'm going to tell you the most easy way, shortcut again, but I will explain it to you. Okay? I'm going to make common denominator. And I'm going to create this fraction as well. So put 1 underneath. Can I do that, student? Can I do that?
I don't know.
Any number, you don't know now, I'll tell you.
I know now.
Okay. Any number you can put underneath 1. It doesn't change anything, right? -2, if you put underneath 1, still -2. Doesn't change.
You put it over 1.
Over 1, yeah.
So underneath 1.
Okay, over 1. Sorry. Okay. So as long as you put 1 underneath, I mean 1 underneath this number, right? Okay, now what do we do next? After we create fraction, we look for common denominator. Common denominator. What is the common denominator in here?
3x.
3x. Very good. So the first fraction, I have to time with what number?
3.
Very good. My common denominator. What will I do on top?
3.
That's right. Minus. The second fraction already have 3x. Should I change anything? Should I multiply with anything?
No.
No, leave it alone because it already have common denominator. Equal -2 over 1. What do I do for 1 here? Down here.
Times 3x.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's leave piano. Piano. So what do I do on top? Times 3x. Whatever I do down here, I remember do on top, right? So that's how you do common denominator for fraction. For all of them. Left side, right side. Now, I'm going to simplify the left. I'm going to simplify the right. Simplify the left. I have 3 on top. I have 3x at the bottom. Second fraction, 5 over 3x equal. The right hand side, I have -6x over 3x. Everybody agree? Everybody agree up to here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to continue because I don't have room, so I want to move here. So I'm going to record again, okay, up here, 3 over 3x minus 5 over 3x equal -6x over 3x. Now, in the past, you know that how you get rid of fractions, right? You can multiply left side, right side by the same number, whatever, I don't know. But look at the main part, I'm going to show you. It's very easy and shortcut. Because we deal with the equation, right? It means whatever you do to the left, if you do the same to the right hand side, then nothing changes. The balance scale still balance. And once they already have the same common denominator like this, I say I don't like the common denominator anymore. I want to change it, right? I just get rid of them. As long as I do on the left, I do on the right, as long as they look the same number. Now don't do it when they're different, right? You have to have common denominator, then you can do this. This is a shortcut. It's the same when you multiply the top by 3x and then you cancel down and you multiply 3x for each of them. At the end, you're going to cancel down anyway. Yes.
Shortcut? Yeah, I don't understand.
You don't understand it?
Can we do the not, like, the
Not shortcut. Multiply each member by 3x. The scale to balance. If you do exactly the same. So on the top, you see that to get rid of this one, you have to times 1 3x on top so that you can cancel. Now, you're not going to do for this one, you have to do for this one as well. So you have to time 3x for this one, and down here you can cancel. See that? Here you will have 3x down here. You have to time 3x to get rid of it. So what happened? This equals 3 minus 5. Because they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, they're gone, equal minus 6x. Now, if I do shortcut, what do I get? Same thing, 3 minus 5 equal minus 6x. So this is the shortcut. This is how you do long way. You say, I'm going to multiply each fraction by 3x to get rid of the bottom. And I have to do for each of them so that it's fair. I cannot just do this one, forget this one, or do this one, forget this one. As long as I do all 3 of them, then everything okay. Just that. That's it. But I like this way because you cut. You don't have to multiply and then get rid of again, cancel again. See that? That's the way. Okay? Oh. Any question for this? No. You okay with this? Okay. Now it's up to you. If you want to do this long way, as long as you do correctly, you get the mark, right? But if you know this, it's just like that. And you have to remember like this. You only can cancel when they are the same common denominator. First of all. Secondly, you have to have a balanced side. If this is not the balanced side, then you cannot do that. You cannot cancel it when it doesn't have a balanced side, right? Because the reason is the balanced side will help you. Whatever you do to the left, as long as you do to the right the same, then nothing changes. The balance scale still balance. The equation still equation. So you do to the left, you say, I'm going to cancel these 2 guys on the left. I also did cancel this guy on the right. So my scale still balance. As long as I have the balance side. Don't do it when you are adding fraction. Right, students? Remember that. Okay, you only can take advantage of balance side and do this shortcut here. If it's adding, subtract, or multiply and divide, don't do that. Only do when it's in balance side. Now, I also can show you if you join them, right? Let's say if you join them in one fraction because they are common denominator. You can just join them underneath one. You can do like that as well. What happens? You say, I don't like them to be a fraction anymore because they're exactly the same common denominator. Get rid the whole bottom, left side, right side. So you have 3 minus 5 equal minus 6x. Now simplify the left, you have minus 2 equal minus 6x. Divide both sides by minus 6. You got reduce the root fraction, you got positive 1 over 3 equal x. Right? So that's the answer, student. That's the solution. Any questions for that? You understand it or not? Andrew, you understand it or not?
Yes. What did you do with the last one?
The last part?
Yeah.
The last part, I just subtract the integer. I say 3 minus 5 equal minus 2. And the right hand side is just minus 6x. So I just simplify the left, simplify the right. So after I simplify it, I say I'm going to divide both sides by minus 6. So for 1x, so that I can cancel this. And I left with 1x. So the answer is 1 over 3x. Now, let's check if our answer is correctly, right? Just like writing code, we can check, verify the solution as well. So, I'm going to verify it, okay?
This is not the right answer.
Page 81.
Attention, please. Levi Bryant, please come to the office. Levi Bryant to the office.
But
Thank
it's
you.
not the right answer key for this chapter.
What else?
It's not the right answer key?
That's chapter 2.
Application of rational equation 2.6. Look down at the bottom, student. Application, oh, that's application, yeah. Look at 2.5. Rational equation, page 81. Oh, this is page. Okay. Okay, student, I believe, let me tell you, okay? This solution key for this one. Oh, for this one only. Now, if you want to know the solution key for this one, you look back into the paper I gave you before. Answer key, right? There is 3.7 and now there are solutions for this one. And that's why I didn't make it. Yeah. The answer key, check back again. 3.8, right? This is page 94. Do you have an answer key with you, student? Look back the old answer key I gave you for the front page. For the next page, you already have answer key for the next page. I attached to it. But for the front page, look at the answer key before, the old answer key I gave you. Did you write down the answer key? Tiana? No, it only was a page 88.
No, it's just really weird. It's like in the middle of the answer key.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
94. Oh, wait. Don't 93, 98.
No, that's wrong. You did it wrong.
What? No, it's in the middle. It's 2A.
It's 94, page 94. That's where's the answer key?
Oh,
You got me right.
The exercise, this one is exercise,
but 1994 is page 93.
Which was not good.
So,
I did not realize. I didn't go to the-
no, it doesn't go to page 93 to 98.
Look in the middle.
It goes-
2A.
two,
In the middle of that little section.
Where's the 2A?
93.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's 103.
Yeah.
Hey, you should play for X. 25X.
Yeah.
did you find out the answer key, student?
Yes.
And is that correct?
Yeah.
X equal 1/3. Is that the same like matching answer key?
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you. Okay. Now, let's verify. Left side, right side. Let's verify it. Left side is 1/x plus 2. Right side is 5/3x. Let's check that. Check out to see if our answer correctly. Now the answer is the same, so it must be correct, but let's check, verify. Okay. So we know this is the value of x 1/3. We substitute back 1 divided by 1/3. What 1 divided by 1/3 equals to that? No. This is the list. Okay, this is a whole number, right? Divided by a fraction, right? So this number actually is just, you can twist it, you can make this 3/1, the same like this. Or you can say 1 times with the second fraction upside down, 3 over 1, which is 3 over 1. Is that right? Yes. So anytime you have a case like this, 1 divided by 1 over something, right? Just know this is reciprocal. So just twist it. Change this value. Now the one on top doesn't matter, right? It means one whole number divide, it means multiply with the second fraction upside down, twist. So that answer 3 over 1. So if you say like that, you just say instead of reciprocal 1 over 1 over 3, it means just 3 over 1. You twist the reciprocal of that. Basically, say.
And then you do 3 over 1 plus 2 over 1.
Okay, so this number will become what? 3, right? So this number becomes 3. 3, I just said.
How do you flip it over to the negative?
This is divide fraction, Andrew. When you divide fraction, you keep the first fraction, but our first fraction is just the whole number. Time with the second fraction, twisting reciprocal. So that is 3 over 1. 1 times 3 is 3 over 1. So all what you don't say, as long as I divide reciprocal like that, I twist reciprocal like that. Okay? Yeah. So now, this number will become 3 over 1, but I don't have to write 3 over 1, right? Plus 2. 2 also a whole number. That becomes 5. Now, let's check this one. We have 5 over 3 times 1 over 3. X equals 1 over 3. We substitute x by 1 over 3. Agree?
Yeah.
So now 1 on top, 1 at the bottom. You see not the mixed number, this is the multiplication, right? So cancel the top, cancel the bottom. This is the whole number times with this. The same like 3 times 3 over 3. 3 times 3 over 3 equals 1. All what I do is cancel. As long as 1 on top, 1 at the bottom, they look the same. You can cancel it. You can cancel the top with the bottom, but you never can cancel if they are the same level. 1 on top, 1 at the bottom, it's the same like you divide. 3 divided by 3. Make sense? Yeah. Okay, so let me rewrite it again. 3, this is the easy way for you to do math. Just remember, this is multiply. You see, divide. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So this equals 5 over 1 or just 5. And left side equals right side. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that our solution is okay. Now, let's do,
Attention, please, Jess Hubble, please come to the office. Jess Hubble to the office, thank you.
let's do the next question. Okay, student, what is the next one?
We can have another one of these papers for Carter.
Okay, so the next one, let's do question. What question should we do? B or D? B? Okay, let's do B. 2B, we have 1 over x plus 3 equal 2 over 3x minus 1. So now we have a fraction with two terms instead of one term, right? We have two numbers at the bottom, we have two numbers at the bottom. So let's restrict it first. Restrict. Restrict. X plus 3 cannot be 0. Move it over. X cannot be -3. Right? Any questions for that? Student? Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay, next one. 3x minus 1 cannot be 0. What's the next, student? 3x
Not even.
cannot be -1, move over, become +1, right? Divide both sides by 3. X cannot be 1/3. Jay, do you have any questions? You okay with that?
Yeah.
You understand it?
Yeah. Do we have to restrict?
Yeah, because this is rational expression. Yeah, we have to. Now, we cannot solve it if their number are not valid, so we have to restrict. To make them valid first before we solve it, right? Okay, so now let's look at the balance side together. You see your balance side, right? You see your left side, this is your right side. How do we, now there are two ways of doing it. You can do common denominator again, but there's another short way you can do. Let me tell you. Let's say if the number here is 5/3. Let's say I have an equation like that. No, sorry. Right? Let's say I have an equation like that. 6/2 is 3. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 3 equals 3. But I'm not going to solve it. Let's say I have an equation like that. Okay? And you see that left side and right side, right? If I create the number like that, right? 6 divided by 2 is 3. 30 divided by 10 is 3. 3 equals 3, right? Now, if I do cross multiply, if I do cross multiply, 6 times 10 equal, make sure I still have an equal side, right? 30 times 2. Let's see are they equal or not. This is 60 equals 60. So if I do cross multiply to get rid of the fraction, are they still valid? Yes.
How do you know when to do that? Like if you have variables in that case, like
Good question. You do this for convenience, right? If you have one fraction, something, right? Like that, right? One fraction on one side, one fraction to the other side. To get rid of the fraction, you do cross multiply. This is the time when you do it for convenience. Now, if you have a bunch of them, 5/3 minus x/4 plus 6/7 minus 2x/4 equals something. 6x/2x then minus 6x/2 x squared, something like that. Can you do cross multiply?
Yeah. No.
Of course, right? So your question asks me when we know how to do it. If you have one of them, then do common denominator. If you have only one fraction on one side, one fraction to the other side, then do cross multiply. Because you see, this is valid. 6 times 10 equals 30 times 2. And that's the way you get rid of fraction. right? And you ask me when we should do it. When there are only one number left side, one fraction on the right side. If you have a bunch of this, of course we cannot do it. So each question are different, students. We just have to depend on them. We deal with it in the way that it makes easier for us to solve. Okay? So now, based on this, everybody agree with me, the cross multiply work. Left side still equal right side if we do cross multiply, right? So now let's do that way for this one. Okay? So I'm going to cross multiply to get rid of fraction. So 1 times with 3x minus 1 equal top times bottom, top times bottom. Make sure you do a cross. That's why you call cross, right? If you do straight like that, you're not going to say cross, but you say cross because you lock top, cross the bottom times it, right? 2 times that. Put in brackets, student. If you don't put in brackets, you're in trouble. Because this is two terms, you have to put in brackets. Make sure you put in bracket when you do cross multiply. Okay? Everybody agree with that? Yeah. So now I simplify the left, I simplify the right. What 1 time with the student? Is there anything changed? Nothing changed. You can get rid of the 1 as well, right? 1 time with this is just this. There's nothing to simplify, nothing to distribute. That's it. Now what about this one? So copy this down. 3x minus 1, nothing changed. This one distribute. Distribute. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. Right?
Yes.
You agree? Okay. Aaron, are you with me?
Yeah, I'm writing down.
Yeah. Do you understand? Any question for that?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So now, what the next should I do? Student, at this point, what should I do? What do you think? What should I do? Move the x together on one side, put the number to the other side, right? Separate them. Put x on one side, on the left side, and put the number on the right side. So copy the 3x down, nothing change. And you need to learn how to solve equation for physics. So please learn it as well. It helps you in solving equation physics. Okay? So 3x, I'm going to move the 2x over the left. What do I do when I move, Andrew? What should I do? That's right. Negative 2x. Thank you. Very good. Negative 2x equal. Now the 6, do I move the 6?
No.
No, I copy it down, right? What about the 1? That's right. Move the 1. What does it become?
7.
Yeah, but do I change the sign when I move?
Yes.
So what is the sign should be? Positive. Positive what? 1, not 2, right? So now I'm going to simplify one more time. 3x minus 2x is x, 1x. Equals 6 and 1 is 7. And that is my answer. Very simple, very easy. That's the easy way you handle. You don't have to do common denominator. Each question are different, right? It depends on the desired question you do in the way that it make it better to solve shorter cuts and things like that. Okay, now let me go to, so x equals 7. Please check the answer key for me, student.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
So, can we verify? Let's verify and see how. Left side, right side. My left side is 1 over x plus 3. My right side is 2 over 3x minus 1. When you verify, always put back in the original, right? You're not going to put in a different in the process. So our x answer is x equals 7. Let's check. 1 is 1. X, replace x by 7 at 3. 2 is 2. Over 3 times x is 7 minus 1. Is that right, student? Yeah. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now, this becomes 1 over 10. And what is this one? Let's see.
2 over 20.
2 over 307, 21, 21 minus 1 is 20. Now, reduce the row fraction, divide this by 2, divide by 2, equal 1 over 10. 1 over 10 equal 1 over 10. Okay? So, I show you how to do 1A and 1B. Let me see, should I show you another one, or maybe I'll let you do work on it? Maybe do something with the, okay, what question, student, choose one for me? D?
Yeah.
2D?
And
2D and J. Okay, 2D is very much the same. All what you do, bracket them and do cross multiply, right? So 2D is very much the same. You don't have to, okay, so let's skip 2D and J. Let's do J. J looks a little bit different. So let's do J. Okay, so I'm gonna do J now. Do J. We have 2. Adding 1 over A. Adding 2 over A equal 1 over 5. This is look complicated. Now I'm going to ask Joshua. You ask me, now I ask you. Okay? Should I do cross multiply in this case?
No.
Of course, there are a bunch of them. Thank you. You got it, right? Yes.
You should switch 1A plus 2A, right?
Switch? What do you mean switch?
So 1 over A plus 2 away.
Combine them.
Just make them combine.
Oh, you mean adding them. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, we can do that as well. Yeah. Because they're the same common denominator, right? Okay, you make the point. Let's do that. 2. Adding with 1 and 2 on top is 3 over 1 fraction A. Can we do that, student? Why not? Right? Now, equal 1 over 5. So what do we do at this point? Move the 2. Thank you. Move the 2. So we have 3 over A equal 1 over 5 minus 2. Now, what next we should do? No? We shouldn't divide, yes. What we should do? Why don't we simplify this into number, become one number? So this is a fraction, and this is a whole number, right?
Yeah.
So we can simplify that, right?
Yeah.
So let's make one underneath, and times this with 5 on the top, times with 5 to make same common denominator. So we have 3 over A equal 1 on top minus 10, right? So we have 5 10, all of them over 5. Same common denominator. Any questions for that? Do we do it right? Right? So now what next? We simplify the top, right? So let's simplify the top. The top will become 3 over 8 equal.
Do something on one side, the other side.
No, I just work on one side because these two guys is a number. If these two guys have an X in here, I won't do that. But because number, right? So I work one side at a time. I'm not changing anything. All what I do is simplify it. But yes, if I change whatever I do to the left, I have to do to the right. If I change something. But here I just adding fraction. They are just number. So I just simplify the right hand side. Is that clear or still confused? This is just a number. So instead of put them separate, I just subtract them. And I just do common denominator for the right side. I ignore the left side for a moment. I'm not doing anything with left side. I'm not changing anything. I'm just simplifying the right side. Okay? Do I answer your question?
Yes.
Now, think about this, Andrew. Is that Andrew or Fred asked me that question? Right? Right? Did you ask me the question? Whatever we do to the left, we have to do right.
That was me.
That's your, okay. Let me answer you. Let's say you have something like that.
Yeah, I understand it's fine.
Right? So all what you do is simplify the left, simplify the right, that's it. You're not going to change anything. You're not going to say, whatever I do to the left, I have to do the right. No, this is not in the case, right? Does it make sense now?
Yeah.
So in here, I'm not changing anything. All what I do is I subtract the fraction. 1 over 5 minus 2. And then I just take care of the right hand side. Just like I take care of the right hand side here. I distribute this in here, I distribute this in here. And I take care of the left, separate, I take care of the right, separate. So nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, you're right. If whatever we do to the left, we have to do right. If we change that, right? If we create some number, multiply with or adding with or subtract with. But here, we're not changing anything. So now we have 3 over 8 on the left. What do we have on the right? 1 minus 10. What 1 minus 10 equal, Fred, please? What 1 minus 10 equal?
-9.
Very good. Minus 9 on top. What is at the bottom? 5. Right? This one right here. Okay. So now at this point, I have one fraction on one side, one fraction on the other side. What should I do?
Cross, no?
Cross multiply. Get rid of fraction. That's right. So 3 times 5, cross multiply, right, top and bottom, equal minus 9 times a, which is minus 9a. To put them together. Any question for this student? Yes, Andrew?
How do you do it as a cross multiply?
It works to do it because save the time. That's the easy way to get rid of the fraction.
What's the other?
What another way? I show you another way. We can do common denominator. That's another way. Yeah, we can do that as well. Okay, but this is one way. The other way is just times this fraction with 5, and this keeps the same on the top times with 5. That's another way. Either one should be the same answer, right? Let's do both. Wait, so what do we get here? 15 equals minus 9. Divide both sides by minus 9 to get rid of the minus 9. So we got 15 over minus 9 is the answer because that cancel equal 8. Now let's do common denominator, see do we get the same answer, right? So I'm going to simplify the fraction a little bit and do common denominator. Okay? So let's do common denominator. So what do I have? 3 over 8 equal minus 9 over 5. Common denominator, student. Times this with 5. times this with 5. This will become 15 on top, 5a at the bottom, times this with a, times this with a. Equal minus 9a over 5a. Now, common denominator, get rid of. Now I have 15 equal minus 9a. Divide both sides by minus 9. I got 15 over 9 equals a. Do I get the same answer, student? Do I get the same?
Don't you divide it by 3 and divide by 3, like on the top and bottom, so you get the lowest fraction?
Yes, we can reduce the low fraction. Divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So we get 5 over minus 3 equals a. Same here, we can reduce low fraction, divide this by 3, divide this by 3. So we get a equals minus 5 over 9. So either way, I show you that if we do common denominator or we do cross multiply, we get one answer. Then take. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable. You want to do cross multiply, go ahead and do it. You want to do common denominator, go ahead and do it. And that is the beautiful about math. It doesn't matter what we go first, we do first. As long as we follow the logic and we don't make a mistake, then we get the right answer. Any question for this student? You okay? So far? Yeah. I know it's getting tired. Is that, I like
Yeah, we have
it.
like 2 minutes.
2 more minutes? Okay. You like it, Kiana?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for liking my lesson.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you're gonna get very good math in my course. I knew that.
That's the ocean song.